Se me olvidó activar el stream. O sea, estaba prendido, pero no estaba activo en YouTube ni Twitch. Me lleva la pupa. Holy moly. ¿Cuánto tiempo tenemos? 2 horas. Fuck. 2 horas, güey. Ay, Dios mío. Damn. Hyper fail. Giant crab.
We must now face a stark reality. The industrial civilization we were expecting to join.
Se me olvidó activarle la fregadera esta. Ya llevo 2 horas, güey. 2 horas. Todo menso, se me olvidó activarlo. Se está haciendo directo a nada.
Whatever it takes, we find a way.
"2026 marks the 30th anniversary of a legendary video game franchise that I think we all know very well. Please check this out."
Happy birthday to you.
Todavía no es.
Happy birthday.
Remake.
Birthday. Happy birthday.
Ah, pero ¿qué es? ¿Colección?
Happy birthday to you. And to celebrate early, a special message from Takeuchi.
Estamos en descuento otra vez. Me lleva la chucha.
マギーさんありがとうございます。カプコン竹内です。皆様のおかげでバイオハザードも30周年を迎えることができました。ありがとうございます。さて、お待たせしているバイオハザードの最新作なんですが
Espera, tú eres el director del 8 y el 7. Si es así, chinga tu madre, güey, qué asco. La neta no me gusta lo que hace.
これからもバイオハザードシリーズよろしくお願いいたします。ありがとうございました。
Bueno, el que hizo el director, güey, del 8 y del 7, nah, güey. El que hizo el gameplay, nah, güey. El que hizo la historia, chingue su madre. Todo eso no me gusta. La cagaron.
Now it is time for the next big update for a beloved franchise.
Es Jason Momoa, güey. Es el Momos.
Let's rumble.
Es el nuevo. ¿Lo van a poner ahora a él? ¿Eres el nuevo collab? Lo van a poner a él ahora. Bueno. Es al revés, menso, que hice. No. Chitos. Ah, ok. Y van a ponerse batonero. What? Deadloop 2. 3. Oh, pero es Team Fortress 3. Lo hicieron al fin. Team Fortress, pero no. Pero distinto. Aquí es homosexual. De huevo. 100%, güey. Dijo algo en español. Viva México. Aunque no sea mexicano. Pues bueno, Simón. Nos falta uno de esos. Un online action killer del... nada más Capture the Flag.
Closed alpha will be starting later this year. Next, we have a beautiful new trailer for a Souls-like action RPG game developed in China by Lenzi, Wuchang Fallen Feathers, which is launching on July 24th.
¿Por qué es eso que está rojo? Wuchang 2. Wuchang 5.
Is this bloodshed really what you wanted? Fate is all set in stone. You can't change how it ends.
Diablos. El gaming chino. Esperemos que esta vez, si de repente gana el vato, o bueno, el juego más bien, que el director lo chille porque le ganaron otros vatos. Nomás les pido eso. Porque madre mía, ahí se fue el respeto.
What will it take to finally awaken you?
¿Qué es lo que tenemos que hacer? Pues comprar el juego primero. Damn, aguas con los trajes, güey. Porque he visto esos juegos antes, donde le ponen puros trajes a las morras. Y en vez de enfocarse en el gameplay, nada más se enfocan en cumearse. Entonces, nomás les digo, cuidado, güey. Cuidado. Porque si hay esos juegos que dices, ok, le falta mejora y se está enfocando nomás en otra cosa. No puede ser. Wu-Tang Clan. Era un juego antiguo. Bueno, no sé si sea el mismo vato que pedo. No sé quién sea. Pero pues let's go, supongo.
Ghostface Killer is calling on you to rescue his Wu brothers. Wu-Tang Rise of the Receiver is a new co-op action RPG with anime-style fighting, and it's the debut title from the 53-member Brass Lion Entertainment. Now, here's a new look at Guild Wars 2, which has new updates, including player housing, and is free to play.
Sí,
This weekend, to celebrate
damn.
SGF, you can take advantage of double XP all weekend long.
No, gracias, estoy bien.
My calling takes me far from home, where shared struggles form fast bonds.
My greatest advantage? Adaptability. Their greatest weakness? Me.
Tranquilo, voto. ¿Pero el tuyo?
My story is yours.
Juego gacha, sí, juego gacha, me encanta el juego gacha, sí. Wow. Mongil Star Drive. Net Marvel. Ni idea. Beta testers, ok. ¡Sí! Momento, gamer. Rifto. Supone que son papas, pero no estoy dando el efecto de las papas, güey. Digo que me da problemas. Ahorita. Estamos en la parte blanquita y se ve cuando corta. Y cabrón. El cabrón que pagó por el paquete completo de la consola con Mario Kart. Be like.
Long story.
Here is another game throwing back to a classic animation style. Enter a surreal world where you're a down-on-his-luck outcast who has to battle his inner demons, literally, in this action roguelike. Here's Into the Unwell.
Conquer 3, al fin. Conquer Killer, por favor.
Another relapse, huh? Get well soon. Maybe it's too much for someone like you.
De la época de juegos como clásicos cartoon.
Delusional. It won't always be so easy. You still look a little unwell.
Wow, lo dijo. Unwell.
Hey guys, I'm Ian Prue, the co-founder of 1047 Games.
Oli.
When we started Splitgate in our dorm room, we just wanted to make a game we could play with our friends, and 20 million of you played with us. Now, with the help from our amazing community, we've built Splitgate 2. Why? Because I grew up playing Halo, and I'm tired of playing the same Call of Duty every year, and I wish we could have Titanfall 3.
Tómala. Haciendo puros factos
With Splitgate 2, we
y...
asked ourselves, how would we take portals to the next level? What if you could portal to entirely different worlds? So we combined the action, movement, and gunplay of arena shooters with the scale and intensity of something much bigger. Splitgate Battle Royale launches free right now, and it's fucking
¡Battle Royale!
awesome.
Sí, en vez de que jugamos Call of Duty, vamos a jugar otro Battle pinche Royale. Wow.
Just look at that water placement, expertly done. This is the epitome of sport. They are splitting savants and jetpack geniuses. The movement is so fluid, so fast, you can't stop it, you
No, no, otro de esos competitivos con anunciadores. Aguas. Otra vez le pasó como el estudio canadiense y valió caca las primeras semanas porque no lo quería jugar. Aguas, güey, nada más te digo eso. Oh, por Dios, su música de Imagine Dragons. Ya está, ganó. Ganó. Bueno, pues tienen ahora competencia con el Apex, entonces, a ver. ¿Qué es eso, güey? Que tiraron caca al Call of Duty, pues a ver. ¿Qué onda? Pero no tiraron caca al Apex. Entonces, ¿qué onda pasó ahí? ¿Qué pasó ahí?
Now we are honored to showcase the latest project from the talented minds at RGG Studio in Japan.
Unas papitas bien fritas. Hey. Ok. ¿Puedes hablar mi idioma, carnal? Really well, brother. Al menos intente mandar a los bots en un lugar donde sí haya gente, ¿sabes? Queda contenido.
Got a name? Mako. Daito. Daito. A Jap then, huh? Don't I look like one? You're not? So, what are you then? Sana. 俺が知りてえや。
You saw it at TGA last year as Project Century set in 1915, and now the full name has been revealed. Stranger Than Heaven, the brand new title from RGG Studio. This time it's now 1943, and knowing RGG, I'm sure more surprises are surely on their way. All right, well, we're almost done here, but we do have one final, very special global game announcement to share with all of you who've been waiting. Today, we've showcased a lot of projects from teams around the world, including many brand new studios, and we're proud of that. But this one comes from a studio that is no stranger to delivering blockbuster games time and again. When I first got a glimpse of this project last summer, I was absolutely blown away by the scale, scope, and ambition of this developer's vision. And while there are many places, really any place, this game could have been revealed, we are so deeply honored that we get to share it with the world right here at Summer Game Fest.
El Dark Pocket. No es Perfect Dark.
Grace. Grace. Grace Ashcroft.
Yes?
My office.
Coming. If this is about the report you asked for yesterday, it'll be ready in 3. No, 2 days, tops.
Put a hold on that for now. We found another body. One that exhibits the same pathology as the others we've been investigating. Now, I need a good technical analyst on this.
Okay.
I need your eyes on the crime scene. The Runwood Hotel. I know that's where your mother was murdered. Alyssa died 8 years ago. Perhaps it's time for you to face the past. Grace.
Hacemos de medium 2, fuck it. You're within. Fuck it. 3.
Stay close. They're coming.
I know now that you're the one that I've been searching for. The special one. The chosen one. Miss Ashcroft.
Investigating all these strange deaths, huh?
We need to keep our voices down.
Have you seen the same shit I've seen?
Please know that you are my hope.
Everyone's gone.
No vi. Pero soy a nivel 6, digo 9, no sé. ¿De quién? Resident Evil 9 es Requiem. Necesito verlo otra vez porque se me puso esa parte, güey. Pero se me preocupa un chingo.
Resident Evil Requiem. And it will be playable to fans this August at Gamescom, where we'll also be hosting Opening Night Live on Tuesday, August 19th. Resident Evil Requiem marks a bold shift for the franchise, both in tone and gameplay, and today's reveal isn't just about survival horror. Expect high-stakes cinematic action too, with much more
Pero se juega bien y lo estoy haciendo pendejo,
to
¿no?
its launch on
¿Qué onda?
February 27th, 2026. Amazing. Thank you, Capcom. That was an amazing announcement. Glad we kept it a surprise. All right, that's going to do it for our live Summer Game Fest show.
Yeah.
Let's thank our co-host, Lucy James. Didn't she do a great job, everyone? Good job. Lucy got to see the trailer for the first time.
I know.
Too.
I can't believe it. You kept that so secret.
Very top secret. All good. All right. Well, there's much more Summer Game Fest to come. Make sure to visit summergamefest.com to see a listing of all the digital events this weekend. You can watch and to highlight even more games, including the Xbox Game Showcase on Sunday. And stay tuned online to see coverage of many of the playable games at Summer Game Fest Play Days that's taking place this weekend in LA.
And make sure to stay tuned for Day of the Devs, which is coming up next with additional new reveals from incredible independent studios around the world and deeper looks at some of the independent games we showcased today. Thanks so much, everyone.
Awesome, and thanks to you, Lucy. Great job co-hosting. All right, that's going to do it for Summer Game Fest. We will see you at Gamescom on August 19th. Thanks, everybody.
Resident Evil Requiem, la verdad es que no sé qué pensar. ¿Qué te digo? No me gustaron a mí los Resident Evil 8 ni 7, güey, me cagan. Entonces, cabrón, está bien fuerte esa madre. Vamos con la música, qué pedo. Holy fuck, ¿quién fue el vato? Y nada más terminas la hamburguesa y listo. Damn, está bien fuerte esa música.
Feeling bored with your video games? Your library is full, but it's
Por Dios, este vato.
empty inside? If you sat down and played your entire games library from beginning to end, by the time you finished, you'd be 9,000 years old and everyone you loved would be dead, including you. Don't let this happen. There is a better way. Hi, I'm Tim Schafer from Video Games, and I'm here to tell you the good news about Day of the Devs. Day of the Devs is an all-volunteer curation committee that plays hundreds of games so you don't have to and brings you the very best of them to show you at places like this digital showcase that you're about to see today. How much does this cost, you might ask? $5 million? $10 million? Absolutely nothing. Day of the Devs is a nonprofit and supported entirely by generous contributions from people like you and also our generous sponsors. So all you have to do right now is sit back and prepare to be inspired. Enjoy Day of the Devs Digital Showcase.
I'm excited to introduce the first look at a new title from Annapurna Interactive developers No Goblin. Ever wanted to live the fantasy of casing a place, gathering intel, and pulling off a heist, all as a mysterious master thief? Well, in Snap and Grab, you'll be able to, and the developers are here to tell you how it's
Pero ya
done.
lo soy.
Hello! I'm Sassia, Senior Level Designer and Artist at No Goblin.
I'm Jamie, Senior Animator at No Goblin. And we're excited to share with you No Goblin's new upcoming game, Snap and Grab.
Snap and Grab? What does that mean?
I'm glad you asked. Picture this. It's the 80s, and you are nestled between high fashion glamour and high ticket crime.
As Nick De Nevada, the world's greatest photographer, you'll be tasked with visiting a variety of rich and lavish settings, in which you'll have one question on your mind. What will you be stealing tonight?
In Snap and Grab, you will do cool crimes with only your camera and your crew.
As you visit each venue, you will snap a variety of high-ticket items, and anything that might help or hinder your crew's chances of getting to them.
Then, you're done snapping. You'll use your photos to assemble your own step-by-step plan for your crew to grab your future possession.
Just be sure to consider anyone who might get in your way, including Rio, a detective who's been on Nifty's trail for quite some time now. Who knows when she'll catch up.
As your anonymous deeds make headlines, you'll attract a new crew, giving you access to new ways to snap and grab.
Will you be able to plan the next perfect heist?
Or will your heist fail spectacularly?
We can't wait to see what you plan next in Snap and Grab.
Available early next year on PC, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series X and S.
Does Untitled Goose Game ring a bell? It was one of the very early Day of the Devs games, so early in fact, that when we asked the dev what the name of the game was, they asked, do they have to have a name? You know the rest of the story. House, based in Melbourne, Australia, is developing a brand new kind of experience that's unlike anything else you've ever played. But I'm not the right person to describe what it is. Better served that these anthropomorphized ant, duck, wobbly creature things do it for you. Take it away.
Hello.
Ah.
We're House. You might know us because of our Goose Game. And we're here today to show you around our new game. It's a cooperative multiplayer adventure made for friends to play together. It's called Big
Híjoles,
Walk.
ya perdiste.
It's a tricky game to describe, but it's mainly about doing two things: talking and walking. So talking. It's a big part of Big Walk, and we've put a lot of work into making a proximity voice chat system that feels natural and playful. You'll sound different if you're speaking up close.
Hello.
Or far away.
Hello.
Or in a tunnel.
Hello.
Or over a walkie-talkie.
Hello. Over.
Or behind soundproof glass. In a situation like this, where you can't hear each other, you'll need to find other ways to communicate. So we've given you lots of ways to point and gesture.
Oh, there they are.
And plenty of tools to stay in touch when you're out of earshot. And if you can't use voice chat, or you just don't feel like it, we've also made a proximity text chat system, so you can play the entire game that way as well. Hello.
The game is set in a big open world that we've filled with all kinds of stuff. To see it all, you'll need to go for a big walk. Exploring as part of a group is a special feeling. Our chat system makes it important to stick together, so navigating the world of Big Walk requires lots of teamwork and talking.
Oh, that's not like pass.
As you explore, you can split up and go off on your own adventures, or even lose each other accidentally. When you're apart, you won't be able to talk face to face, and so finding your way back together isn't always straightforward. If you get lost in the bush, don't worry. You'll find plenty of ways to stay in touch and find each other again. Hello? If anyone can hear me, please shoot up a flare. Thank you.
This building behind me has a challenge in it. Completing challenges like these is the way you make progress through the game. They're all about teamwork, and they're all a little bit different. A lot of them are designed so that you find funny and surprising new ways to talk. You might need to do some miming, or come up with a special code, or even sing to each other.
Okay, so you want to find a speaker that's like ooh wah wah, ooh wah wah, ooh wah wah.
They're not all about talking though. There's a bit of platforming in there, some sports, and some weirder stuff too.
Stop.
Our challenges are open-ended, and leave plenty of room for you to do things your own way. Like the rest of the game, challenges in Big Walk are about the joy of muddling through things together.
So that's Big Walk. There's heaps to see and do, but there's also lots of room to just hang out in between. We think there's some real magic that happens when you forget your plans and find yourselves doing something else entirely.
You can sit and watch the sunset.
Tell stories as you wait for the night to pass.
Go dancing.
Or you could steal your friend's binoculars and kick them into the ocean.
Oi.
Sorry.
We hope you enjoyed this little tour and got a sense of what we think is so special about this game. We made Big Walk to be a nice way to hang out with your friends in a video game, and we hope you like playing it as much as we do. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.
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 This next title is from the art director of Journey and the team at Giant Squid, who brought you beautiful titles like Abzu and The Pathless. You'll see the DNA of all those games in this one as you surf the sand on your sword and bring the sea back to life. This is Sword of the Sea.
Hi, I'm Matt Nava. I'm the creative director at Giant Squid, and I'm very excited to share with you our latest game, Sword of the Sea. Sword of the Sea is a atmospheric adventure game where you surf on a sword.
Surf on the sea.
And it is trying to give you the kind of spiritual experience that you get as a surfer, a snowboarder, a skater. It takes a lot of what I've done in my previous games, going back all the way to Journey, Abzu, The Pathless, and you're going to see those elements in the game, but it's going to take you somewhere new. Sword of the Sea is all about movement, getting into a flow state, and that's something that as a snowboarder I've experienced myself. I feel like there's this kind of magical experience that you have with these extreme sports. When you're doing it, you actually find this kind of meditative quality. You are moving very quickly, but you get to understand nature in a way that you can't otherwise. You get to see the whole mountain at once,
Seeing the
and
sword.
that lets you kind of connect with the world in a deeper way. And I think that's what we want to do with the game. I'm really excited because Sword of the Sea has music written by Austin Wintory, a longtime collaborator who I work with on Journey, Abzu, The Pathless, and he's done countless other games scores. It also has movement inspired by the old skating and snowboarding games. So if you played the Tony Hawk games, if you played the old snowboarding games, you're going to love the way that you move in Sword of the Sea. We can't really guarantee that the game will be a spiritual experience for players, but what we can do is create the environment, the conditions under which you might have one. Sword of the Sea is coming out this year, August 19th, on the PlayStation 5 and PC, so wishlist now. Thank you.
This next world exclusive is a sequel to a game that has over 4 million players and counting, a runaway hit if there ever was one. But to make a sequel, you have to bring something new to the genre, something evolved, and that's exactly what this developer did.
Hi, I'm Wyatt with Coin Crew Games, and we're here to announce Escape Academy 2, Back to School, the sequel to Escape Academy. Escape Academy 2 is an open-world escape room game, where between your escape room classes, you can explore a living and breathing campus that functions as one big escape room. We felt inspired by games like Animal Well and the Legend of Zelda series, and how they leverage free roam puzzle solving, so we're really excited to bring that into the Academy.
Our background as a studio is in building immersive narrative escape rooms, so when we started making a sequel for Escape Academy, we asked ourselves, how can we push that even further? We looked at feedback from the first game, and the #1 most requested feature, by a huge margin, was more Academy, to really get to be a student at the school. This time around, we're going to let you explore the campus, to go to classes, meet other students, and, most importantly, find lots of rooms to lock yourself up in.
What was once a 2D level select map is now a fully realized explorable space. Whether you're returning to the Academy or stepping in for the first time, you'll find yourself in a world full of unique environments, from dusty puzzle archives to hidden rooms in unsuspecting places. The campus is designed to reward curiosity with secrets tucked into every corner for players to discover. From lighting and atmosphere to environmental storytelling, we've pushed every element to heighten immersion and mystery.
For Escape Academy 2, our approach to narrative is to really lean into the roleplay of embodying a student at the Academy. You can talk to your fellow escapists to unlock quests, discover lore, and naturally get hit with a deluge of groan-worthy puns. Apologies in advance. Over the course of the game, you'll puzzle your way through character-driven quest lines that string together campus challenges and escape rooms, taking you through your second-year curriculum and the game's central mystery. If you want to get a sneak peek at the game and help us unlock its full potential, join our Discord and sign up for a playtest. We'd love to borrow your brain.
Wishlist Escape Academy 2 today on Steam, and we'll see you when you get back to school.
So stupid.
Devo, Smashing Pumpkins, Lush. All these bands are part of the 80s, 90s vibe that is mixtape, from the prolific creators of The Artful Escape. But this is not a music game or a game about music. It's a game about life and friends and the music that gets us through it.
Oh hi, I'm Johnny Galvatron from Beethoven and Dinosaur
¿Dónde está
here in Melbourne,
Ganache? Ahora está
This is
Salvatore
our secret
Ganache, ¿eh?
hideout where we make video
¿Dónde?
games. This is
Nos
one of
falta
our
ese man.
artists, Fuck off. We're the BAFTA award-winning team behind The Artful Escape. But who cares? What's next? We're making a mixtape. I thought we were in Jeff Keighley's thing.
We're in Day of the Devs too.
Oh, cool. Mixtape is a coming-of-age action-adventure game about three friends on their last night together, listening to a perfectly curated soundtrack. It's a psychedelic retrospective, a musical journey that documents the breadth of their friendship and their greatest hits. The whole game is a mixtape. The music is a mixtape. There's a mixtape of mechanics, from skateboarding to pulling slushies, a mixtape of eras, a mixtape of art styles and media, designed to take you back to the teenage wasteland.
We gonna get your stash and keep going?
That's a rookie move.
Yeah, have we taught you nothing, Cassandra?
What? We all go up to my room and immediately bolt? Dad, give away you're grabbing booze.
But is the music any good? Holy flippin' meatballs, let me tell you all about it. Thank you very much. We got Joy Division, Devo, I love Devo, Smashing Pumpkins, Portishead, Roxy Music, Silverchair, Lush, The Cure, Susie and the Banshees, Stan Bush, the Jesus and Mary Chain, the unkillable Iggy Pop, and apparently many more.
Are they following us?
Yup. I can't go to prison.
Boxes!
Chicken jockey.
This is a terrible idea! What are we doing?
If death looks you in the eye, dude, don't blink!
Play it on Game Pass Day 1, wishlisted on Steam, play it on a PlayStation or Epic or whatever.
I thought we were riding together.
I didn't want to get all sweaty and shit.
Fair.
Mixtape. Nothing but the hits.
Muy específico, pero va.
Did you see that Drinkbox Studios just announced their next title, Blighted, moments ago at the Summer Game Fest? Well, now they're here to give you an in-depth look at the game.
Hey, I'm Ian, the lead designer at Drinkbox Studios.
And I'm Augusto, art director at Drinkbox.
We're excited to finally tell you about our new game, Blighted. Blighted is a hardcore action Metroidvania set in a psychedelic Western nightmare. The game's full of mysteries and secrets, and one of its coolest features is a dynamic difficulty system that constantly changes the enemies, the player, and the world around you as you play.
People in this world have a sacred ritual. When someone dies, a seed is planted in their brain. Over time, a tree grows from their skull and bears fruit. By eating this fruit, one gains a knowledge and experience of their ancestors. That's how it was for generations. That is, until the one they called Sorcisto defiled the ritual. He discovered that by eating brains raw, he gained immense power. Sorcisto ate the fruits, destroyed the trees, and devoured your entire community. And in doing so, he released a reality-altering disease known as Blight. As the lone survivor, you have a singular goal. Hunt down Sorcisto to reclaim the memories of your people.
Now, like the rest of the world, you're afflicted with Blight. It's constantly overtaking you, making enemies aggressive and unpredictable, and changing your perception of the world. You can find ways to suppress it, or you can harness it to fight back even harder. With practice, you'll be chaining together finishers, taking out huge blighted beasts, devouring their brains, and using their memories to fight and explore. With enough blighted memories, you'll start to see new layers of reality, reach hidden locations, and discover new gameplay mechanics.
Blighted marks our studio's first venture into 3D, allowing the art team to bring their designs to a whole new level as they craft gorgeously eerie worlds for you to explore. You'll be making your way through remains of long-dead civilizations and manifested nightmares, through mines carved into the interior of petrified giants and scaffolds to the gods. Drinkbox has a rich history with action games, from Guacamelee to Severed to Nobody Saves the World, and we're excited to craft another one that will put your skills to the test. Blighted will support full co-op like many of our past games,
and we're working with composer Jim Guthrie to create a soundtrack you'll never forget. We're excited for you to try the game, and we're aiming to have a playable demo later this year.
Wishlist the game on Steam and follow us on social media to make sure you don't miss it.
This next title is from a bona fide Day of the Devs alumni, Outerloop, whose games Thirsty Suitors and Falcon Age have both been previously celebrated in our showcases. Outerloop prides itself on being a minority-led studio with a mission to create accessible but meaningful games about underrepresented cultures and themes, and this title is a beautiful and vibrant example of just that. This is Dosa Divas.
Y dice que parece, sé que está ronco, pero parece como si hablara como una computadora. Damn. Tal vez sí yo ni en cuenta, güey.
No one cooks anymore.
No, dejen cook.
Food in tubes? Yuck. I'm so hungry.
Que me di cuenta que la cápsula está muy roja. Chilloso.
Hi, I'm Eka, Creative Director of Outerloop Games, and I want to introduce you to our new game, Dosa Divas, a spicy narrative-based RPG. Platform through vibrant villages, battle corporate goons,
no, los corporates.
reconcile with loved ones, and eat one last meal together before saying goodbye. Double jump, drill, and grapple your way through the world to discover local ingredients, hidden paths, memories,
Esto no se ve
and
delicioso, necesito que se vea también más.
Engage in a flavorful turn-based combat system where every attack packs some heat. Especially when you time it right. Hitting the
Todas estas
action button
marcas
as the hit
aquí
lands
no me
amplifies your
gustan,
attack
güey, que se vea
damage,
este tipo de
strengthens your
algo
blocks
horrendo.
against enemy
Lo
attacks.
odio, güey, estas
Use
cositas.
boost points at the start of your turn to multiply damage on attacks and skills. Match enemy flavor cravings to break down their defenses and leave them stuffed. Cook up made-to-order food to wake up villagers from a processed food-induced haze using the expressive cooking system. Delivering delicious, hearty meals reconnects communities with their culture, history, and shared memories, and increases your reputation. Serve up looks by customizing your spirit met goddess. Create your own spicy style with custom wraps and accessories. Dosa Divas, our spicy narrative turn-based combat RPG, will be out in early 2026. Thank you.
Our pals at Heart Machine, creators of Hyperlight Drifter and Hyperlight Breaker, have teamed up with our buds at Devolver. They're mixing things up with surreal, interdimensional demon horror. It's a genre, right? Or is it a genre? Probably should be a genre. Here it is.
Que le falta más brillo. Se ve la patada, ¿no?
Hi, I'm Miriam, producer at Heart Machine, working on Possessors. Possessors is a search-action game set in Senzu, a corporate-run city which has been overrun by demons. What you've just seen is one of 4 animated shorts we made with Powerhouse Animation. They each tell the story of how a character or a creature from Possessors survived the attacks of the demon, or how they perished. In Possessors, you play as Luca, a teenager from Senzu who was injured in the disaster. Luca was forced to make a deal with a demon named Rem for both of them to survive. Rem possessed her, healed her, and made her strong. Now Luca and Rem are stuck together and forced to get along. They'll have to climb Senzu's skyscraper and fight through hordes of fields. Along the way, Luca and Rem will discover what Senzu's corporate master were hiding, and piece together what happened by sharing their memory of the past. On behalf of the team, we're all very excited for you to play Possessors, which comes out later this year. In the meantime, you can wishlist Possessor on Steam, or try Luca's new demon power for yourself. A demo of the game will be available later today.
Moonlighter hooked me with its novel shopkeeping gameplay, its clean combat, and its satisfying dungeon-to-market gameplay loop. I could seriously play it all day, and I did. The developers at Spain-based Digital Sun seem to have made some ambitious upgrades to its sequel, including an expansive 3D world, a big change from its previous pixelated form. I hope you're as excited as I am to take a peek at Moonlighter 2: The Endless Vault.
Hi there, this is Isra from Digital Sun. I'm beyond thrilled to share this event with you and show what's in store for Moonlighter 2: The Endless Vault. Moonlighter 2: The Endless Vault is a sequel to our beloved shopkeeping roguelike. As in the first game, here you venture into ever-changing dungeons to fight enemies and find relics. Then you go to your shop, sell your loot, and turn it into a profit to get better gear. This unique blend of gameplay is what made the first game so special, and now we're bringing it to a whole new dimension of quality and ambition. Talking about new dimensions, this entry begins in Tresna, a blood-brimming town. Here, Will finds himself stranded after one of his adventures. He won't be alone, though. Old and new faces will join him along the way. For now, let's jump straight into the portal, where every adventure unfolds and both battles and looting take place. From the arid lands of Hodu to the grassy landscapes of Aeolia, each biome offers new mechanics, enemies, and rewards. Combat has been vastly improved, with some enemies specialized in ranged weapons, while others focus on close combat. Once you clear a room, several things can happen. You might find a perk, in-run effects that can increase Will's power and unlock new abilities. The other option might sound familiar to veteran merchants, as you can also stumble upon a chest. Inside, you'll find tons of priceless relics. Depending on where you place them, relics will unleash all kinds of effects. Backpack management will influence the outcome of your expeditions. Unlike in the first game, you'll be able to see the base value of each relic, although backpack effects can double or triple your profit. Let's say that you keep the adventure running. Let's say that you even feel brave enough to face one of Moonlighter's 2 bosses. These battles will put your skills to the test. Take the so-called Herald, for instance. This is one of the first bosses of the game and shows how the combat has evolved since the first Moonlighter. The Herald will throw projectiles and beams non-stop, forcing you to find cover and dodge hits. He's also protected by a sound barrier that you'll need to deactivate before striking back. Merchants need to be smart. It doesn't matter how far you get. Successful runs leads to the same place, your shop. The shop is where you put a price on your loot and try to get the best deals. There are ways to influence the outcome. For now, all I can say is, haggle hard, sell harder. Well, there's actually something I can already share with you. Just like the perks in the dungeons, you can also unlock special effects each time you open your shop. They can potentially skyrocket your profit, unleashing powerful synergies and selling streaks. You never know what will happen when you open your shop. That's why we call it a shopkeeping roguelike after all. That's it for now. After nearly 7 years since the original Moonlighter was released, we hope you are as excited as we are. Please stay tuned to our socials for all things Moonlighter 2: The Endless Vault. See you in Tresna.
Inspired by Pietro Riva's manifesto, Rejector, Thomas feels driven to advance our medium by creating games for new audiences and to hopefully entice those who might not be usually interested in playing a video game to take an interest. From Thomas Waterzoo, creator of Please Touch the Artwork, this is Please Watch the Artwork.
Welcome to Day of the Devs
Please no.
ASMR edition.
No.
My name is Thomas Waterzui, and I'm a developer from
Please
Belgium.
no.
I'm the creator
ASMR no,
of
por
Please
favor.
Touch the Artwork, a series of casual and accessible games based on
No
real
soy fan del
paintings,
ASMR, por favor.
where I explore what would happen if we did touch the artwork. I usually start by choosing a painter I like, and then think about what gameplay could fit their art style. For my third game, I fell in love with American realist painter Edward Hopper. But this time, you're not gonna be touching artworks. You're just gonna be watching them. At night.
Por favor, no te me acerques.
Please Watch the Artwork is a psychological spot the difference game, where you are a night watch at the Museum of Animated Modern Art. In short, MAMA. Your job is simple. Watch the paintings and report any anomalies. However, these are not your everyday paintings. They are alive, and there is a mysterious sad clown wandering around, spreading their sadness over all the paintings. You're gonna need a good memory, focus, and lots of coffee to avoid this from happening. If you don't know Edward Hopper, no worries. You don't need to know him to be able to enjoy the game. But he's most famous for his painting, Nighthawks. He depicted themes like loneliness and urban isolation, so for me it made sense to create a psychological horror game. I also wanted a mechanic that made people really look at the paintings, hence the Spot the Difference gameplay. There are no jump scares in this game, and no monsters. The only things that are chasing you are the feelings of paranoia, self-doubt, and maybe some nostalgia towards Hopper's America from the early 20th century. Okay, you've got some clowns, but they are kinda harmless. It's just you, the night, and the paintings. I don't have a release date yet, but you can now wishlist the game on Steam. However, and don't tell this to anyone,
Please,
it's probably gonna be around Halloween this year. Thanks to Day of the Devs for giving me
No
this
me gusta
wonderful
que estén hablando
opportunity,
bajito,
and I
güey.
really hope you like this bizarre little thing I made. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
We've had a long-time love affair with this next dev at Tribute Games. It goes all the way back to the very first Day of the Devs, where we showed Mercenary Kings. It's been amazing to see what they've done since then with games like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Shredder's Revenge, which is a huge nostalgic bomb, and they're set to deliver again with Marvel Comic Invasion.
Hi, I'm Frédéric Gemus.
And I'm Kevin Chiasson. We are part of Tribute Games from Montreal, Canada, and are currently working on Marvel Cosmic Invasion.
Marvel Cosmic Invasion is a retro-inspired beat-em-up set in the Marvel Universe. When Annihilus launches an attack across the galaxy, it's up to 15 Marvel superheroes to save the day.
Si le corté la
So
parte del
far,
plato,
we've
fuck, ni
announced
siquiera me di
Captain
cuenta,
America,
güey, qué pendejo.
Spider-Man, Venom, Wolverine, Storm, Nova, Phyla-Vell,
And we've just revealed that Rocket Raccoon and She-Hulk are joining the fight.
Each heroes have been designed around their unique strengths and powers. Some of them can take on airborne enemies, while others can deal devastating damage closer to the ground.
We also introduced an exciting mechanic, the Cosmic Swap, a tag team system allowing for instant switching between two heroes, creating powerful combos and unique strategies.
For level design, we recreated iconic Marvel settings such as the Mutant Heaven of Genosha, the high-tech mobile base of S.H.I.E.L.D. Helicarrier, plus a thrilling roster of legendary locations across the cosmos. We had a lot of fun inserting fan-favorite references for you to find out in the background, so keep a lookout.
As devoted fans of the Marvel Universe, we saw this project as a huge honor and a great opportunity to celebrate our childhood's fondest memories. Who knew that the countless hours spent at the comic book shop or the arcades would bring us here today?
We hope that Marvel Cosmic Invasion is a true love letter to all fans who grew up with the Marvel Universe.
Marvel Cosmic Invasion is coming to PC and consoles this holiday.
And now for something of a moodier persuasion. A horror fantasy life sim, co-directed by the pixel artist from Celeste. with haunting and lovely music from Disaster Piece, composer of Hyperlight Drifter, It Follows, and Fez. And to boot, an amazing group of human developers from Vancouver.
Human developers.
Hi, I'm Isa, programmer and writer of Neverway.
And I'm Pedro, artist and designer of Neverway, a horror RPG and live sim, and the debut title of our new studio called Blood Inc.
You play the game as Fiona. After quitting your dead-end job, you try to start over on a farm, a place where you can escape from all your problems, and finally it starts fresh.
But it gets darker. Fiona will find herself indebted as immortal herald of a dead god. With your sword, you can fight in a fast-paced combat, and you can choose your secondary gear to change how you fight, like a hookshot you just crafted.
But remember, you still need to keep your new life on track. You can do things like shopping at the Cellmart or paying your mortgage using your very own Luna OS computer. You can also befriend or even romance more than 10 characters, each with their own special cutscenes and routines that can interact with each other.
And as you get closer to those characters, you can use those relationships to unlock new combat abilities that change the way you fight.
You can farm, fish, and cook, but Neverway doesn't play like a regular live sim RPG. Time progresses in 3 blocks: morning, afternoon, and evening, and you choose when to advance by doing things like eating, sleeping, or reading a manual. The idea is to let you set your own pace, so you can choose when you want to fight or when you just need a break and see your friends.
You will eventually start searching for the Neverway, a decaying, nightmarish reality that is slowly leaking into yours. There you will learn what's happening to this dark, post-apocalyptic world as you pay out your debt.
If this sounds like your kind of game, you can wishlist Neverway on Steam and stay up to date to our latest announcements. And thank you for watching.
It's time for a world premiere. This one from a studio based in Johannesburg called Nyamako. Their previous title, the postmodern platformer Semblance, earned them a place on Forbes Africa's 30 Under 30 list back in 2018, along with a host of other accolades. And since then, they've been hard at work on Relooted, a heist game which tackles a political and righteous subject matter. Please take a look.
We need a ride.
Something incognito.
Like a submarine. No, but also fast.
Like a jet/submarine. Can you be serious?
Ready.
Hi, I'm Maka, the lead animator at Nyamako.
And I'm Sita, producer at Nyamako.
Relooted is set in the near future, where a new treaty has been signed between the West and Africa. The treaty goes that all African artifacts that are on public display must be returned to their country of origin. But museums are using a loophole to avoid repatriation. They begin to only exhibit artifacts in private. Our heist crew is made up of regular people who band together to see these artifacts returned to their country of origin, operating from a hideout in Johannesburg, South Africa.
Cuckoo, how do you do the mysterious plane, guy?
Are you not tired? Rest. We have work to do tomorrow.
In the real world, a French government report estimated that 90% of sub-Saharan African cultural heritage is in the possession of Western collections. That is millions upon millions deeply important cultural, spiritual, and personal artifacts, including human remains, that are in their rightful place. While the locations in the game are vague and invented, the 70 artifacts in Relooted are very much real, and, as of today, reside in Western museums and private collections. Take, for example, the Ngaji drum, a hugely important spiritual item to the Pokomo people of Kenya. It was believed destroyed in 1910. In reality, it had been sent and kept in storage in a European museum. In 2016, a museum let a Pokomo prince visit the drum in storage. He was the first Kenyan in over 100 years to see the drop. It still remains in storage today. Before each mission in Relooted, players will receive a briefing where they can learn more about these artifacts, where they are from, their significance, and how they came to be removed from the African continent.
He was taken to England following the suicide of his father and the defeat of the Ethiopians by the British at Magdala in 1868.
Relooted is a combination of action and puzzle. Once you pick up a target artifact, the alarm triggers, and you only have a certain time to get out before security arrests you. The puzzle comes in figuring out your plan, and the action comes in executing it. The heists are made up of 3 phases. In phase 1, you case the joint, collecting information about where the targets are and what obstacles you'll face.
From here, we can smash the security glass and get you up to the next floor.
In phase 2, you roam the level, carefully avoiding tripping the alarm and preparing your escape route. In phase 3, you execute, flowing through your plan and evading security systems as you carry Africa's heritage home. Relooted is coming to Steam, the Epic Game Store, and Xbox Series X and S. You can wishlist it now.
Remember Patapon, that charming series of games about those little dudes walking around doing stuff and making music? Well, there's a sequel. Well, kind of a sequel. It's a spiritual successor. It's the core team from Sony Japan that made the OG games coming back at you with more charming little dudes doing stuff while making music. Here it is.
こんにちは。パタポンの原作者であり、現在ラタタンの開発をしております小谷博樹と言います。
そして私はラタタンのリードプロデューサーを務める坂尻和人と申します。
私は現在サーフィンやランニング、そして大好きなけん玉の練習をしている時以外はラタタンがより面白くなるように努力をしているところになります。
ラタタンはよりカラフルなデザインとオンラインマルチプレイモード、ローグライトなど新たなゲームデザインに取り組んで日々開発を行っています。
そして皆さんと一緒に育ててきたファンベースは